Optimization is the process whereby we find the maximum or the minimum value of a quadratic function. This process is done by finding the vertex of the quadratic function. So if f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c, then the vertex is given by the formula negative b over 2a, comma, f of negative b over 2a. Just remember that if a is greater than 0, you have a minimum, and if a is less than 0, you have a maximum. So, suppose we have an air cannon in the pumpkin chunkin contest whose muzzle is 10 feet above the ground that fires a pumpkin at an angle of 45 degrees to the horizontal with a muzzle velocity of 335 feet per second. The model S of t equals negative 16t squared plus 240t plus 10 can be used to estimate the height s in feet of an object after t seconds. When will the pumpkin reach its maximum height, and what is the maximum height of the pumpkin? So all this stuff here, 10 feet above the ground, 45-degree angle, 335 feet per second, all that's already done for you. The work is done to give you this equation. So you don't have to worry about any of that. That's just unnecessary information, so we can ignore it. We're really only concerned with the function, what s is represented by, and what is t represented by. So when will the pumpkin reach its maximum height? So that means we need to find its vertex, its max. So we can find our a value, which is negative 16, and our b, which is 240, and plug it into the vertex. So t in this case instead of x, because we're using t's, again, is still negative b over 2a. And so we're going to get negative 240 over 2 times negative 16. Which again, double negatives will go away, so 240 over 32. And then divide those two, and we're going to get 7.5. Now remember, t here is in seconds, so this is 7.5 seconds. So when will the pumpkin reach its maximum height? It reaches it in time being 7.5 seconds. So there's our first answer. Now, what is the maximum height? So the height is going to be measured in terms of t. So we're going to do s of t, which is going to be s of 7.5. And so we'll get negative 16 times 7.5 squared plus 240 times 7.5 plus 10. And in all honesty, just throw it all in your calculator and see what you get. You can do it piece by piece if you want to, but I just put it all in at once. And when you do that, you're going to end up getting 910. And again, s is in feet. So we're going to get 910 feet. So the maximum height is 910 feet after 7.5 seconds.